Good day, guys. Good day, good day. Alright. What's with the Avengers music, you might say? I'm not sure both you guys have been here the last couple mornings right off the rip. But welcome in. We've been doing a little something every morning. Good day, good day. Welcome, guys. Everybody. TGIF. TGIMF. MFFF. Funny. Yeah, it was kind of weird. The music kind of went. So what I've been doing every morning, and happy holiday season to everybody. Uh, my grandma got me this a couple of years ago, and I never did read it. I felt really kind of bad about it when I found it last year. I was like, oh, I can't believe I never read that while she was here the year after. But the year I got it, it was like already after Christmas, so you can't really go through the Advent calendar. You're supposed to do it the next year. Well, then she passed away, so it was kind of painful to dig it out that year. But this year, I think it was Lady Tixter. I think her grandfather passed away. And it just reminded me, it was like, oh, it's like perfect timing. So we've been doing the Advent calendar every morning. Basically, what this is every morning it's got a little story, and they are a little low on the age range lower than I thought they would be. But get through them pretty quick. Just read one every morning. We're on number 4, so we'll go down here and grab number 4. Let's see if I can remember them all. The first one was a story about Loki and how he tried to play a trick on Thor, and I guess Thor and Sif had a thing. I didn't know that. Like I knew that Sif kind of had a crush on Thor, but I never knew that they actually had like a thing. Well, apparently they did, and apparently it made Loki really jealous, and it made him so jealous that he played a trick on Sif, made her bald. Long story short, he had to put her hair back. He put it back. It was originally blonde, and he made it so that later it changed black. So that's why she has black hair, because Loki turned her blonde hair black. The second story was about Wakanda and Shuri and T'Challa, and then the third story yesterday was about Spider-Man and him getting his powers and how he became your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So let's see what. Uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to change, Spotify. You go back. You go back. Go back to that. I was glad I found that because it's the Christmas version. Why is Spotify messing up? It says there was an issue. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's see what today's story is about. Let me get back to Twitch here. All right, damn straight, man. It was one of my very first car was a 1989 Grand Am, and I got it from some like older lady, and it was fucking pristine. But after that, I took really good care of that car. I ended up selling it, and then I bought a Honda Civic Si right when they came out. I got one used, but it was still pretty new, and I ended up having two of those. I had two Honda Civic SIs. I had an Acura Integra GSR and an Acura Integra Type R, and I had the Integras at the same time. I don't know what I did with that picture. I had a sick picture of them parked in the garage. The GSR was midnight purple and it was on a sport suspension, so it was a little bit lowered. The rest of it was completely stock and it was gorgeous. And my Type R was the Phoenix yellow, bright yellow, and I had the AEM intake on it. I forget what exhaust it was, a thermal, I think it was, exhaust. Um, there was a Spoon Sports header on there. And then I had the full touchscreen system in there. I could play movies and all that stuff because I was always driving that thing. That's what I had while I was in flight school, of course. So I was driving it. I drove that thing the entire length of the I-10. I drove it from where it ends in California to where it fucking turns into the I-95 in Florida 3 times, 4 times. So yeah, I drove the F out of that car, and it didn't have cruise control. Can you believe that? That's how racy that car was, man. Oh, I love that car. The GSR 2 was freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm a Honda guy through and through. And my mom still drives a Honda. All right, let's see here. Ooh, this should be a good one. Bucky Barnes is out on patrol as the Winter Soldier. A break-in at top secret Shield base is sure to make his night more interesting. Why does it keep? I put it on repeat and it just keeps going back. What the F, dude? Oh, this thing's bugging me. Anyway, like I said, these things are a little age low, so bear with me as I get through it. But it is in honor of the holiday season and my late grandmother as well. So rest in peace. All right, here we go. The Winter Soldier's boots slipped just a little as they slushed into the wet snow on the rooftop. He adjusted his balance but didn't slow down. He was on patrol and he was determined to find something interesting to do with his night. As he leapt to the neighboring roof of a warehouse, he heard a buzzing in his ear. "Bucky, you there?" It was Captain America's voice. Oops. Got Bucky running through the snow. I actually have a couple figures of the Winter Soldier. "Hey, Cap," he answered the Winter Soldier as he landed on a warehouse roof. That's cool. "GPS has you near the Manhattan Bridge," Captain America said over the Avengers comm device in Winter Soldier's ear. "I always love it when you keep tabs on me," Winter Soldier said sarcastically. He and Captain America had been partners years ago, back when Winter Soldier was just a kid called Bucky Barnes. Now that he had grown up, Bucky couldn't resist giving his mentor a hard time now and again. Captain didn't take the bait. Instead, he simply said, "There's a situation." Cap and Bucky. Just make sure I get the angle right there. Not quite focusing up. "You're about a block away from an inactive top-secret Shield base," Captain America continued. "There's been a break-in." "Address?" Winter Soldier asked. Bucky didn't mind taking orders as long as they were from Captain America. "Underground at the corner of Morse and 2nd, said Cap. "The facility has been made to look like a standard construction site." "Wow," Bucky said as he reached the site. He was impressed. "Now that's a disguise." Yeah, right. It's always a construction site, right? Always. Bucky would never have guessed there was more to this building than steel beams and an elevator. "The alarms went off on sub-basement 2, said Cap. "They've been using the lab there to store miniature force field projector. I've just learned that Taskmaster is trying to get his hands on it. I'm on my way, but I'll take a few minutes." "Oop, Cap's on his way. Cap and Barnes. Cap and Winter Soldier fighting together instead of fighting each other." "Take your time," Winter Soldier whispered so he wouldn't be overheard. "I've been looking for some action tonight anyway." Winter Soldier turned the volume on his comm unit down low. Then he held his breath for a second. He listened to his surroundings and scanned the high floor of the building with a few cautious glances. Then he moved carefully toward the elevator. He placed his palm of his metal hand against a display panel by the elevator doors. The screen flashed red. Bucky's fingers flexed, and a pulse shot from his hand. The screen turned green. Winter Soldier smiled. His metal arm had saved the day so many times on his missions. Tonight was proving to be no exception. He can use his arm to control things. Stinking Spotify. How about that? All right, here we go. After a moment or two, the elevator doors opened with a ding. Ding! Suddenly, a laser blast struck Winter Soldier. Luckily for Bucky, he barely grazed his metal arm. In front of him, two spinning drones shot off more laser blasts. Winter Soldier jumped into the air. His fingers found the beam above him, and he swung above. The drones hummed as they followed. So he's swinging around with his arm. As the first drone shot up toward him, sending a laser blast that narrowly missed his head, Bucky pounced and grabbed the drone tightly with both his hands. His weight instantly pulled the drone down, crushing it into his companion and knocking it out of the air.